Oh, we got, yeah, there's men in this. I forget. We're so excited about the women being in the slopestyle. That's all we're talking about right now. We got the bronze medal matchup for the men. Tuhoto-Ariki, Pene. And then the wild card out there, Lachie, Stevens-McNab, the 14th qualifier. Can he do it?
Yeah, this was your hot round you called out. These local boys are going to be pushing it, trying to get that last little bit of hardware they can. Tuhoto with the hole shot, but Lachie pulling out a little bit of a lead. Both riders sliding their way down this course like a couple of snakes. See if they can bring it home, pushing the limits. Tuhoto catching up just a little bit here. Oh, drifting all the way around. Both riders having to pull feet out. Lachie is going to get that .990 advantage.
Oh, man.
Man, who's got flat pedals in their bag?
I actually had a chance to interview Tuhoto earlier in the week, talking about coming into this season as the reigning king, and I asked him about the youngsters and just the new wave of talent coming out of Rotorua. Talking about Lachie, he said, man, they're cheeky buggers, all those youngsters. And I think you'd expect nothing less out of this area, right? You got that Kiwi vibe, just lighthearted, but so athletic, these riders out here, and it's no big surprise. You go ride in the woods out here and you see why world-class talent is just bubbling over some of the best trails on the planet. The advantage is .9, just under a second, and it belongs to Lachie, Stevens-McNab.
Interesting, I see Lachie lining up on the far outside of the gate, so maybe looking for more traction with that gate getting muddy. Wasn't enough though. Tuhoto with that hole shot. Oh, no! Looked like Lachie was a little wide there. Not sure. Looks like he shut it down. So, yeah, he's just having a good time now. Oh no! It's not over.
Yeah, I mean, Tuhoto might not realize, but Lachie has already missed a gate. So all Tuhoto needs to do is just stay within those gates and cross the finish line. Tuhoto will take the bronze. Here it is. We're going to get a look. We didn't actually see him miss the gate. We could just tell that the line he was on, there's no way he was going to make the gate.
Yeah, so much speed out of here. It looked like he hooked that rut just a little bit in case that jumped.
Yeah.
And just wasn't quite lined up where he needed to be. That's the thing. If you're late on one turn, you're going to be chasing that the rest of the way down the course. See what happened to Tuhoto here.
Lachie goes down again. Tuhoto not realizing all he's got to do is just cruise. But he took a look back up the hill as soon as he started to get his bike back up. Went, all right, cool, I'm good.
Yeah, more of a trip. Started to slide out, put his foot, kind of got tripped up by the gate there.
I mean, we're going to get to see some gold medal matchups in the craziest conditions ever. I'm sure we're going to be thinking back to this race once we're at the end of the season, because these points right here in this mud race, this is how you win a championship.
Yeah, the course being wet is one thing, but every time a rider goes through, it gets more slippery. The tires just flatten the dirt, they smear the mud, and it gets more and more slippery every time a tire track goes through.
All right, the moment we've been waiting for here, our second gold medal matchup, run number 1 of the day. This time for the men, Jackson Frew and Jakob Jewett. Jackson Frew, the number 1 qualifier.
Yeah, we were talking to Jackson earlier about how important it is and how hard it is to make these finals. Now it's time to convert. Let's see if he can do it. Gets the hole shot. Jackson looking really strong out of the gate, trying to put this exclamation point on today's slalom, but Jakob is not going to give it to him. The Canadian rider, our second fastest qualifier, really pushing down towards the bottom. Oh! And he swaps right there. That could be the mistake. Let's see what happens. Frew's starting to catch up a little bit. Jakob continues to swap. Here comes Jackson, but Frew keeping the power down. What a race.
As if I'll be safe, I'm just watching you like, all right.
Exactly. As if dual slalom can ever be boring. This is one way to spice up any slalom race, is do it in the mud. This is so much fun to watch.
Yeah, Frew with about a bike length instantly out of the gate. On that more slope style type bike, that bike is going to be a lot faster through the rhythm sections and in and out of the berms. But we see Jakob Jewett here on the short travel trail bike, losing traction just a little bit there, but able to make a recovery. Those bigger wheels, bigger tires is going to be a benefit today. But man, it wasn't easy. Look at that. Pushing off. I think that was a save. That was definitely a save. The whole run was a save.
Yeah. One save after another.
Look at feet out now around these turns. Look how offline he is, looking for traction, trying to get out of that shiny blue groove that we heard Jackson talking about earlier.
Turns out it rains a lot in Canada. What a sick move right there. He's sliding, sprinting toward the finish line, knows he has control. He's looking over his shoulder to see how big his advantage is going to be.
See how Jackson's lined up to the far inside of that gate, looking for more traction out of the start. Super smart move there, and it worked with that hole shot, a 1.7 advantage on that hole shot. But Jakob really laying down the power. Where did that come from?
Bump jump.
Living on the edge, so close. Got to be so careful not to override it.
Oh, the finals. 0.87 needed.
Oh, Jakob swapping a little bit. He got gates being hit.
Oh man, what's it gonna be? No, not going to be enough for Jackson Frew. Jakob Jewett takes the gold.
What a race, both riders on the edge.
Oh.
I saw you like mess up or something. I was like, oh yeah, and then I just rode into the gate. I was like, fuck.
I love hearing the banter.
Like you said earlier, so much happens in just a short 23 seconds. But you have so many stories to tell. You're like, what? How could so much happen?
Oh yeah. That's right, y'all.
There was that manual bump jump that Jakob did up to the top that was so fast coming into that left-hand berm. Look at that, he gets set to have the foot out. That's a great example of just evolving the strategy to suit the conditions. We got a little more strider race technique going from the Jakob Jewett there at the bottom.